Hey there everybody, this is Ben for Cinema Gulp, and today I am gulping the review of Ocean's 8. I'm gonna do this like the Oceans do it. I think a martini's just straight vodka. Oh wait, that's right, they always put a peppercini in it, I know that. Cheers! Hey out there all you cinema drunks, we are back after a few week hiatus, but what a special day it's gonna be. We are not just gulp reviewing Ocean's 8, we have a very special guest to review the film with us. What better person to review than the lethalest of weapons, the bravest of hearts, none other than the Gibbs. Hey, wow! Thank you so much for joining in John's stead to review Ocean's 8 with us, Gibbs. This is incredible. What a tremendous honor for Cinema Gulp. We thought we were going places we had no idea.
So just fucking listen to me. Listen to my fucking ranting. Listen to what you do to me.
Okay, so let's talk about this film, You know? See, I'm already getting that little Sammy Davis Jr. thing, you see, She was a good-looking skirt, We're not going there. We can't do that. This was a fun movie. It's exactly what you'd expect, right, Gibbs? I mean, it's not a disappointment. It's not really going to blow the world up either. It's got 8 really solid leads in it that I thought were, the best part of the film. I'm a big fan of Gary Ross, the director. Seabiscuit's, probably in my top 50. I love Pleasantville. I still think to this day the original Hunger Games film is the most interesting and unique of the bunch. He's really good at adapting other literature. Here, it's a script that he and a few other people wrote, and he wrote the story, and it's clear that it's sort of a quasi-sequel to the Ocean's films with Brad Pitt and George Clooney and Don Cheadle and all those guys, and it works within that reality very well. But I gotta say, last year, a movie came out called Logan Lucky that, took place sort of in the backwood country fuck area, and that felt like it was even more in the Ocean's universe than this film did. But that's not to say it didn't do it well. It didn't ham-fist it. It gave you a couple of references, a couple of little cameos, that's all I'll say, but it did a good job doing that, though. Yeah, not one of the main 8 actresses was really much more than a one-dimensional character, unfortunately. Would you
fucked my damn...
I wouldn't go far as to say that, Gibbs. Where's John when you need him, right? Okay, well, anyway, like I said, these characters, like, even in the 2001, remake of the Rat Pack one, everybody was pretty much a one-dimensional character. They had a skill set, and they had a personality trait that made them kind of cool and stand out, and that was it. There really wasn't much more to them than that. And this movie doesn't stray from that concept. There's no one who you really get invested in or really know anything about outside their skill, or maybe the fact that they are on Tinder or whatever. Sandra Bullock was great. Cate Blanchett, a little bit of an enigma to me. I didn't really understand her character. I didn't know if she was kind of supposed to be gay. I wasn't really quite sure on her, but she was cool. She played it cool. Yeah, Rihanna didn't ruin the movie, so there's that, and she looked great. Mindy Kaling was a bit wasted. Unfortunately, they didn't allow her to be funny. I'm not really sure why. She spends about 70% of the movie, kind of just staring at jewels. That was kind of unfortunate because I'm a big fan of Mindy Kaling's. Sarah Paulson, Helena Bonham Carter, and Anne Hathaway were the standouts to me. They were the best. When their scenes came up, I was laughing. I didn't laugh that many times in this movie, unfortunately, but I don't think I laughed in the original Ocean's 11 from 2001 either, or the remake, whatever the fuck it is. I didn't laugh that much either. It's got slick, sly humor, but there's nothing like gut-busting about any of these movies in this franchise, and this one's no different. A couple funny gags, some funny characters. But anyway, Gary Ross did a competent job. What? I'm sorry, I didn't even realize. Yeah, your turn, Mel, my bad.
You just fucking expect shit. Go into the goddamn jacuzzi yourself. Gotta fuck those fucking jacuzzi. Right. It's a thing.
Okay. Well, to me, I feel like this movie does belong in the franchise. This movie's, it's very interesting to me. I'm kind of curious to see how it does, because I enjoyed it for the most part, but it's got 8 strong female leads, and they did a great job of not beating you over the head with a bunch of Me Too movement, cliches, and junk thrown at you on screen and references. This movie just stands on its own. These women are already better than I'll ever be. They don't need a bunch of references to say, hey, look, it's 8 females in a movie. And I admired that about Annihilation that came out earlier this year too, where it just is what it is. It stands on its own merits. I think there's one throwaway line in this about if we want to be invisible, we have to not bring men because men are seen and we're not. Other than that, they did a great job of not relying on that and just making a heist film, which gets me to the probably my lowest point of the film was the heist. It was very lackluster. It was very predictable. I knew exactly where it was going. The twists and turns that you are expecting to come don't really come. I kind of knew the entire heist as it was unfolding. I knew exactly what was going on. I was never surprised, and that's unfortunate. It was executed well. I love how they kind of reinvent this the sound that Soderbergh creates for a lot of his films, like Out of Sight, and he used it for the Ocean's movies. They kind of recreate that, but give it this tiny little female touch, which I thought was great. Yeah, it's kind of, this movie's really, It's got a lot of good things. It's got a lot of things I just didn't care for. There's one thing I really, really enjoyed about this movie that the 2001 remake also does, and that's in every single scene almost, everybody's eating. Someone is stuffing their face with food. I love it how you have all these like super hot body, slim, attractive actors and actresses, and they're all just stuffing their faces with food. I thought it was a nice little nod to throw at the original trilogy, that they have the same character traits in this one, that you just see all the females when they're getting their plan together and stuff. They're all
you're doing something, trying to breastfeed.
That's not true. That's just not true. Hey, you know what? If you want to review a movie,
you have no fucking
we're not even gonna, hey man, yeah, I told you.
I left my wife because we
this is not as easy as it looks. Okay, so I'm going to gulp Ocean's 8. Now, like I said, I thought this was a fairly entertaining film. I thought it was a good early June summer release. It's one of those movies that you need out there because it's not a special effects driven film. It's just, it's a heist story. And though I wish the script was a little better, I think some of the actors and certainly the director who wrote a little bit of it, who falls victim to his own script, I think the film fails a little bit to surprise me and to keep me engaged in what a heist movie should do, which I think Logan Lucky did really well last summer. Was it surprised me? I didn't know where the heist was going. I also think if you're going to put Mindy Kaling in a movie, you need to give her more to do. Give her some funny lines because she's really funny and she's really talented. I did enjoy it. I wasn't bored. I just knew what was happening. So for me, I'm going to give Ocean's 8 6.25 tasty gulps.
And that's stupid. Let's see if I give a
Gibbs.
fuck.
Sorry, Gibbs.
Gibbs. But they're too big and they look stupid. They look like some Vegas bitch. They look like a Vegas whore. And you go around sashaying around in your tight clothes and stuff. I don't stand for that anymore.
If you want,
that's provocative. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm just telling you the truth.
What am I supposed to?
I don't like it. I don't want that woman. I don't want you. I don't believe you anymore. I don't trust you.
If you like this review, please click like and or subscribe. You can leave some comments down in the comments section below. And don't forget to click on the new notification bell if you want to see what Cinema Gulp's up to next. Gibbs, where can they find us? All right. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For Cinema Gulp, this is Gibbs. And this has been We Drink Your Cinema.
I drink it up!
It's so bad, it's real childhood, it's so bad, you couldn't care less, you're like kid less, you bring time less,